Oh my goodness, that is so good.
Want no smoke with me? Been turn this up 800 degree. Whole team eat chefs cause she's a treat. Ooh, she's so bougie, bon appetit. I'm a savage, attitude nasty. Talk big, but my bank account match it. Hood, but I'm classy. Rich, but I'm...
So for the cauliflower gnocchi, you're going to need 5 cups of cauliflower, 2 cups of all-purpose flour or plain flour, 3/4 tablespoons of salt and 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And for the pesto, you're going to need 1 cup of fresh basil leaves, 3 cloves of garlic, 3 tablespoons of pine nuts, a third cup of grated Parmesan, a third cup of olive oil, and salt and pepper to taste. So the recipe calls for a third cup of grated Parmesan cheese, but I'm going to see if I can grate it in the blender and see how that turns out. So, not well. Okay, I'm not going to do that. So I cut them into smaller chunks, and I think that's going to work a bit better. Perfect. So the cauliflower's boiling. It actually says to steam it, but it was taking too long, so we just thought we'd boil it and then rinse it. And whilst we wait for that, I'm going to put all of this into a food processor for the pesto. So it's the basil, Parmesan cheese, pine nuts, olive oil, garlic and salt. You may want to add some drops of water here if it's too thick for you, but it's totally down to preference. So now we're just kind of draining and squeezing out all the water from the cauliflower, just to make sure that it's all dried. So now that the pesto's done, we're just blending together the drained cauliflower, the flour, a bit of olive oil and salt. So this is the consistency it's kind of come out at. It's like, I need to add a bit more flour, I think. If you're in the same position and it's too sticky, then the key is just to add some extra plain flour. I'm not sure how much we added because it was quite a lot, and just keep adding it basically until you get a kind of pizza dough consistency and when it's not sticking to your fingers. Once you've got the right consistency, you want to form a ball shape and cut it into quarters, and then roll each quarter out into long thin strips. Like I did here, I did it 2 at a time, and you want to make sure it's not too thin but not too thick, and then you just want to slice it or cut it with a knife. Is completely fine. This is just what I found to use, and to be honest, any shape really works as long as it's around this size. And yeah, we're just going to do that, and then I've rolled them out on this fork, which is what the recipe that I was using showed to do, but honestly you can miss the step and just leave them how they were. Like, it works completely fine, so it's totally up to you. So the gnocchi's been boiling for about 4 minutes, and once it's risen to the top, it's time to take it out, so that's what we're about to do now. Excuse the fact that half my makeup's come off and I'm back on my phone because my camera died again, but I'm about to do a taste test of the gnocchi and it looks so good. Wow.
That tastes so good. You can't even tell that it's like not potato. Wow. Wow. I can't go over it. I just did something. Well, I didn't, but from trying it out. Wow, that is amazing. So the fact that there's like flour, like quite a lot of flour, so I guess it's not super keto, but it's still way healthier than using potatoes. So this is revolutionary. Try it if you haven't. Okay, so it's very difficult to make. Like, shout out to my mum because she really helped me. Like, did basically a lot of the like heavy lifting. She kneaded all the dough and stuff really well, which we kind of thought it wasn't going to work and it was going to fail because it just wasn't like doughy enough. It was like too sticky, but we added some extra plain flour and it came out amazing. And wow, I can't go over how good it is. Definitely try it out if you haven't already. Oh my god, it won't disappoint. And the homemade pesto too, so good. I'm gonna go and eat this right now. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next video.
Chefs, cause she's a treat. Ooh, she's so bougie, bon appetit. I'm a savage, attitude nasty. Talk big, but my bank account match it. Hood, but I'm classy. Rich, but I'm